I go to East Africa and Central and South America and other places. Hawaii.
And the coffee that's back there we brought, so it's great coffee.
Thank you.
Oh, please enjoy. That's an Ethiopian coffee. It's from my work that I do in East Africa. And basically, there's a whole science, if you can imagine, just like there is to cheese and single malt whiskeys and chocolates and wine. There's a whole nomenclature and a whole chemistry for tasting honey. And Kevin put together an excerpted, color-coded tasting sheet based on the flavor wheel for honey that was developed by the Apiculture Center at UC Davis, which is a place I get invited to participate in every year because I happen to have a certified palate. And they invite us to come as taste professionals to collaborate with them and to sit on panels and to evaluate chocolate. And last year it was chocolate, wine, and coffee. The year before it was honey. So in any event, what I invite you to do, and I'll set this up as I speak, is to open up your taste buds to what you might taste in honey. And basically, here's some honey that I brought back from one of my favorite coffee farms. This is coffee-based honey from Arabica coffee in Guatemala, Huehuetenango, in the mountains at about 4,500 feet of elevation. And this is stuff that Stan and Fran bought. This is an orange blossom honey from Florida. And we'll put these out and you can sample them with wooden sticks. So if you want, you can take one end of the stick. They're about 6-inch long sticks. You can take one end of the stick and dip it in and taste it, then take the other end and taste it. And then I'll have a little trash can just to set them aside and throw them away so you don't reuse them. But the idea is that, to use musical metaphors, there is treble, mid-range, and bass. There are 3 components to a taste profile, whether it be wine or cheese or coffee or, in this case, honey. Treble is the acidity or the top notes, which can be citrus or a sourness or lemon or lime or kiwi or tamarind, something that's a little bit sour, not to be confused with bitter. Sour is on this side of the flavor wheel, bitter is on the opposite side. Sweet is in the center. So there's treble, then there's mid-range. Mid-range can be fruitiness, can be nuttiness. And then the foundation can be things like chocolate, earthiness, mushroom, caramel. So they're the heavier flavors. So when you taste these, just imagine, is there anything that's hitting you on your tongue? The tongue is the neurochemical sensor called papillae that sends, after chemical reactions, responses to your brain that goes like, wow, what does this taste like? And then it dips into your memory bank based on something you might have tasted, and it's relating it to what you might have tasted in your memory. So the more you've tasted and the more you've analytically tasted, the more likely you're going to be able to find a vocabulary to articulate what it is you're tasting. To say something is sweet or rich or bold, these are terms that are meaningless in our profession. But to say something is nutty, or to say it's like roasted almond, or to say something tastes like tamarind, or there's a hint of lemon, or caramel, or there's a sour aftertaste. This is putting good vocabulary to what it is you're actually tasting. And that's what we're trying to do here. And the chart that Kevin put together here basically has that. It's asking you for your texture sensations. Is it like peanut butter, maple syrup? Is it chalky? Is it crumbly? Is it velvety? Is it gritty? Chemically, is it pungent? Is it acidic? Is it metallic? There's microbial, animal, earthy, spicy, fruity, herbaceous, woody. So take a look at this and see if anything you're tasting brings to mind some of these, use these as suggestions for what you might be tasting. That's about it. You should enjoy it. I'm going to stick around here and put the samples out so I can taste them and give my impressions. And then, so we have the Guatemala, we have the orange blossom from Florida, and we have palmetto honey, also from Lakeland, Florida. This is from the Florida State Beekeepers. And you can see, just looking at these, this is of course granulating and crystallizing, but you can see they're three very different colors. And we also have
fireweed.
We have fire. Cool.
And
This is Washington State fireweed, wild Mount St. Helens honey.
and that one.
This one's going to be really interesting.
And then this is bee-free honey, Honee, made
Which
with
means
apples.
It's not honey.
Right.
It's a honey product, very similar, but it's vegan. It's made from apples, so you get a little of the tartness.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But wait till you try it. It's fascinating to try.
Totally different. It smells of caramel and molasses a little bit.
So I know we've kept you away from lunch for long enough. Just going to get this started so that you can come up here.
Come and go as you please. Yeah.
As you wish. And eat.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.